So, picture this. We're standing right in the middle of the bustling market of Medina. It's incredibly vibrant, it's super loud, and it is just packed, wall to wall, with people buying, selling, and fiercely negotiating. Now, in a high-stress environment like that, reputations are built and destroyed in a flash. But this particular merchant, he became known for one very distinct thing. Not the absolute cheapest prices, not aggressive, flashy tactics, just absolute, unflinching honesty. The source material is super clear on this. He never lied about the quality of his goods. If a product had a flaw, he pointed it out immediately. He established this incredible baseline of absolute trust with his entire community.
But let's be real for a second. Having a stellar reputation when things are easy is one thing. The true test of our character, that happens when a golden opportunity knocks and absolutely no one is watching. Which brings us to a question I want you to seriously ask yourself right now. If a customer overpaid you, and you knew with 100% certainty that no one would ever notice the mistake, what would you do? You know, it's incredibly easy to say we do the right thing when we're just thinking about it in the abstract. But in the heat of the moment, with extra cash literally being handed to you, well, that is the exact test our merchant faced.
One day, a completely regular transaction turned into a profound test of faith. A customer wanders up to the merchant's stall, picks out an item, and hands over the payment. But there was a massive mistake. The customer accidentally offered way more money than the item was actually worth. And we're not talking about a minor rounding error here. It was a total windfall. The transaction was practically done, and all this extra wealth was just sitting right there in his palm.
Now, I really want you to sit with the sheer isolation of this ethical test for a second. The source explicitly notes, no one would have noticed if the merchant had just accepted the cash. The tension here is just incredible. I mean, think about it. There were no security cameras, no digital transaction logs, no self-checkout errors, and definitely no auditors coming around to check the receipts. The customer was entirely oblivious to his own mistake. If the merchant simply closed his hand and smiled, he'd be instantly richer, with absolutely zero worldly consequences. That temptation, that is a universally human moment.
But instead of quietly pocketing the cash, which, let's face it, so many would do, his reaction was instantaneous. No hesitation whatsoever. He just smiled and said to the customer, "Brother, this price is too high. The true value is much less." He gently corrected the man. He completely refused to take advantage of the mistake. He actively rejected the free money sitting right in front of him just to ensure the transaction was flawlessly fair.
You can only imagine the look on the customer's face. He was absolutely stunned by this level of sincerity. He looked at the merchant and basically said, "I have never seen such honesty." And honestly, in a busy, profit-driven marketplace, transparency like that was stunning. But it didn't just end with a nice compliment. Completely moved by the merchant's integrity, the customer offered this really powerful prayer saying, "May Allah bless your business and your family." Because of just one honest moment, a totally standard financial transaction was transformed into this beautiful moment of deep spiritual connection and gratitude.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how he resisted that temptation so easily. It all came down to his core philosophy. He told the customer this incredibly profound statement: "Wealth comes and goes, but Allah's pleasure is forever." Talk about understanding the assignment of life, right? He was looking at the bigger picture. He totally contrasted the temporary, fleeting nature of worldly wealth, money that just gets spent, lost, or depreciates over time, with the permanent, eternal value of divine favor. He didn't see it as losing money. He saw it as investing in something permanent. The merchant made a very conscious choice for Allah. The really cool thing is, acts of pure integrity like this, they don't just happen in a vacuum, they ripple outward. The source notes that his honesty became an example for literally everyone in the market. He turned into a legendary role model. It goes to show that when you elevate the standard of your own behavior, you naturally elevate the entire environment around you. Other sellers started seeing the immense respect and the blessings he was getting, and they were inspired to conduct their own business with that exact same level of absolute transparency.
So what does this all mean for us? The crucial takeaway is captured perfectly in the moral conclusion of this text. We're presented with this incredibly stark contrast: honesty versus deception. And the text doesn't pull any punches about the outcomes of these two paths. Honesty doesn't just make you a quote-unquote good person. It actively invites Allah's blessings right into your life and your work. And deception? Sure, it might give you a quick spike in cash, but it actively removes those blessings.
Now, the specific word used in the source's moral here is Barakah. Basically, Barakah means divine blessings, growth, and real stability in whatever you have. It means that your wealth, even if it's technically a smaller amount on paper, will actually be sufficient, highly beneficial, and bring you peace of mind instead of constant anxiety. Deception literally strips that barakah away. You might end up with more coins in your pocket, but that wealth won't bring you any true benefit. The merchant knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that a small amount of money with barakah is infinitely better than a mountain of money without it.